Hey guys, welcome back to Do It Live, and as I promised, I have the video for you guys in which I put together the $260 badass gaming PC. So as I mentioned, I put that computer together for $260. Actually, in the original video I said under or around $300. That was Canadian. Just to clarify, some people have mentioned that it wasn't under $260 like I mentioned. A lot of people do their prices in US because it's pretty much the center of all of the PC building community. So yes, the title is in US. If you convert $330 Canadian, it does get to 251 US roughly at the time of this video. So yes, it is $260. It's a great budget PC, and I have a few people who could use that for some time to come. And now let's cut right to the footage. It is a bit old, yes. I took it at the same time, but I've just been catching up with a few things and I have to go out to the hospital, so I gotta do that. So let's go check it out. Let's put together that PC and we'll be right back. Alright, so to the first part of building the computer, well, after you get the parts obviously. What I like to do is I like to do the motherboard and the processor first. So this is what the processor looks like. This is our i5-4570 right there, a quad board. And the RAM first. I like to do all that first and mount it on the motherboard before putting it into the actual motherboard. And the reason why I like to do that is it's quite difficult to get at the processor area when you're trying to mount it. So it's a key idea to get everything outside in first, and then the finicky parts are not a hassle when you go in there. So we're going to start with our CPU. You mount it in here. For Intel, it's fairly straightforward. You have to take out the guard here. Take out the guard. There is an arrow at the point of one of your motherboards. Likewise with your processor. If you look at the corner right there, and you line those two up and make sure that you drop it in slowly. Try not to bend any pins, just put it in the diagonal spot there and let it fall down naturally, and it should be okay. There you go. So what you do is you put the guard down, simply press it back in. It's pretty straightforward. We're going to get to the CPU cooler in a second, but you need to apply thermal paste to ensure that the cooling is applied evenly and together instead of unevenly, and you'll get uneven temperature. So we'll do that in a second. Also, you mount your RAM here, which we have 8 gigs. Once all of that is done, we can pop it right into the case. As I mentioned, the next part is the CPU cooler, or you can do the RAM first. I'll actually do that. So I went with a GAMX Archer. It's nothing fantastic, but it's a nice $10–15 air cooler that should do the job, since you're not going to do any overclocking on something like a quad core. So you can do that when building your own computer. Keep in mind the type of processor you're using and the cooling you should use. I use an all-in-one cooler for my other computer, but if you're going on the cheap, you're going for a budget, an air cooler, a step up from this obviously, is definitely a great investment. It just makes a little bit of noise, but it's a lot easier for you to deal with. So when you're applying thermal paste, a lot of people have different application methods. You can just do a P in the middle, just like that. You can do a line. There's been a video by Linus Tech Tips, a really popular tech channel, that has showed you that you can do either way. It's all the same. So you line up these spots here, another side, and when they're lined up, you'll be good to go. Well, after you put together your CPU, your RAM, and your cooler, the next part is the case, which we will step into now. And make sure you put your I/O shield in. It's really annoying to get in afterwards, so pop this right in the corner over here, pop the CPU, sorry, the processor down, and you're on to the next step. After everything's set up in there, best idea is to do the front panel and the audio and stuff like that. So these little cords, don't forget to plug your 4-pin slot into here, or 8 depending on your motherboard. Your 24 pin in here, and then you can do your graphics card. I like to do that last to make sure that it's easier to access all the ports before you're all done. So let's get going. And here's the beginning of the internals. I need to clean up a little bit, but here, let me shine a little light for you guys. Bam. So there you go. That's the start of the internals. I'll clean it up in a sec, but I'm going to put in the graphics card. So almost done, and then you have to install Windows. So. Oh, the beautiful card that has done us so much good, the R9290X. It's been such a great value card for me, worth every penny, and the number of the ones that I bought are insane. This is a great 2 gig card, and I gotta say will last most people quite a while. Even on AAA title games, you'll get really good frames on this. So yeah, nothing to hold back about. Let's get that in there. Just have to make sure your wiring is accounted for it, because cards can take up some space if you get kind of long. Over there. Yep. Best to do it face down. I don't know what I'm doing. Always make sure to press down hard enough to hear a click. I try not to touch the card and the internals themselves, but sometimes it happens. Don't be too alarmed. There you go. There you go. Heard the click. That is good. I found that screw that I had. Make sure it's screwed in at least once somewhere in your case, just to hold it down. Darn it. So as I mentioned, if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe as I do more things like this. PC building, I built this PC over here, which you can check in the eye over there. I also, oh no, is it actually here? It's here, the eye is here. I also am doing a few more builds to come. I should do a full how to build a computer video with better lighting in the future. I will do that sometime, but the schedule has been quite hectic. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll see you again here on Do It Live.